Welcome to today's video, dear friends. Today I will introduce and also spoil a little the book. Surely you're joking, Mr. Feynman. This is a collection of fun stories told to Ralph Layton by Richard Feynman. Richard Feynman was one of the coolest physicists. I read this book in college and it taught me a lot of things. I will share those learnings with you now and would not tell the whole story but a few spoilers. This book is full of various jelly beans. It has 5 parts. Part 1 has stories of Feynman's school years. Part 2 has stories from his years in Princeton. Third part tells about his time during World War II. Part 4 has his stories as a professor in Caltech and Cornell University. And Part 5 has more stories of his life as a physicist. One of my favorite stories is Mixing Paints in Part 2. Feynman says that he admired practical people like welders, machine shopmen very much. One day he was eating in a restaurant and a painter comes there. He starts talking to Richard Feynman. The painter asks him how to make yellow paint by mixing paints. Feynman says that he does not know how to make yellow without using yellow paint. Painter says that you can mix red and white paint to get yellow paint. And Feynman even believes him because he admired the practical man. He brings paints to learn how the painter made yellow. The painter mixes red and white. It looks pink and then suddenly he remembers to add content from a yellow tube. So you do need yellow separately. Feynman then wonders about the way he thinks and how he was ready to trust that some odd reason existed and the painter would be right. He says that I have often made mistakes in my physics by thinking the theory is not as good as it really is, thinking that there are lots of complications that are going to spoil it, an attitude that anything can happen in spite of what you are pretty sure should happen. This is very relatable for me as I also trust other authorities more than my own judgment, which is not always good. Another favorite event happens in Part 3 in Los Alamos from below. Feynman is participating in a committee to decide which model to use to separate uranium. It has people like Compton, Rabbi, Oppenheimer. Compton had the right idea, but after his idea, other perspectives were also presented, and at the end, it was decided that Compton had the best idea. Feynman says that there were indeed great men because they listened carefully and expressed themselves. In the end, they came to the right conclusion without interrupting each other and repeating themselves. My most favorite story is The Dignified Professor in Part 4. At Cornell University, Feynman feels burned out and is unable to do research. He is starting his life over as his wife had died. He felt tired and uninterested. Then he talks to a fellow professor who is encouraging and accepting. It releases Feynman from feelings of guilt. He adopts a new attitude of being what he wanted to be and doing what he wanted to do, of playing with physics without worrying about its importance. Soon his playing led him to happily working and eventually solving a problem that got him the Nobel Prize. He says that it was effortless, it was easy to play with these things, it was like uncorking a bottle. Everything flowed out effortlessly. I almost tried to resist it. There was no importance to what I was doing, but ultimately there was. This book has a lot of funny and wonderful stories of Feynman playing practical jokes, discussing the importance of experimenting for yourself, stories of him getting inspired by little things and figuring stuff out. He inspires us to be happy and really do what we love as he shares his love for physics. He ends the book hoping that we may have the freedom to find the place where we can be free and where we can live with integrity. An integrity that requires us to not fool ourselves or others. That's it for this video, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.